Hello YouTube. I accidentally perma-deleted the intro to this video. I had the idea that I wanted to match my Animal Crossing character and make a sweater, and obviously it's not super perfect, but if you want to see how I got here and what the final sweater ended up looking like, keep on watching. And don't forget to subscribe if you like this video. So this is the sweater that we are trying to recreate, and this diagram shows how I'm gonna do it. So basically, the back is just one large rectangle, and then the front is a similar sized rectangle with some decreases and such for the collar, and then the sleeves are just these like trapezoidal shapes with ribbing at the bottom, and then there's ribbing on the bottom of the front and the back. I've already made the back to try to finalize the pattern, and since this isn't a tutorial, I didn't put exactly how many rows I did or anything, but basically I just did strips of single crochets in the colors of the sweater. I'm gonna start working on the front today. I'm starting with the yellow. I finished the yellow part of the sweater. Oh my god, I'm stuck. Now I'm gonna switch over to this ribbing on the bottom in white. I have this white yarn. I have finished the ribbing for the front. I'm gonna go along the edge and just single crochet along the edge to make a nicer one. I have attached together the yellow to the white ribbing, so now I'm going to do the next color, which is another white. this is where I'm at with the front of the sweater. So next is going to be a section of white, so I'm just going to do that. Also, I'm technically in class right now, so... I have finished this giant chunk of white on here, so up next is the black. So let's just do that. Okay, so I have done 10 rows of the red on the front piece. For some reason, this part's folding under. But anyway, now I'm gonna like do decreases and just make like a circle looking thing so that I can actually make like the collar, that's what they're called. This is what I did for the neckline of it, and it's pretty wide because I still have to add the ribbing in there, but basically what I did was I did 10 rows of the red, and then I did 2 more just normal rows of 8 inches, and then I did decrease rows up until row 20, and then I did row 21 and 22 as just normal rows, and I did that on both sides. So now the front and the back of the sweater are done and we can move on to the sleeves. Woo! Okay friends, hi, hello. It's late and I'm not feeling very well, so I'm gonna make this part very short, but I just want to show you kind of where we're at with it. This is the back of the sweater. It is just a giant rectangle with some ribbing at the bottom. We have the front of the sweater, which is basically the same in every way as the back, except it's got this little neck hole, which I said earlier is really wide because we're going to add ribbing in there. So now I'm working on the sleeves, and I'm doing this in a really weird way because I'm running out of yarn and I need to go to the store again, but I'm trying to make the most of my yarn and get as much done right now as I can so that maybe tomorrow or something I can run to the store and get some more. But I have done up through here on one of the sleeves. Instead of making this in 2 pieces like I do the front and the back of the sweater, I make the ribbing and go directly on the ribbing instead of sewing everything together, just because in my opinion it works a little bit better to get this extension done. So what I have, the lighting is a little bit too bright for you to see this very well, but if I tilt it like that, you can kind of see. This white section at the bottom is all ribbing, so I crocheted it going this direction. The rows went across like that, and then I flipped it over and started doing this section immediately in the side of the ribbing. So basically, I took all of the little holes on, all the little holes on the side of the ribbing and crocheted into them. And then for most of the yellow, I think it was 15 rows of yellow, I added extension to it. So I added stitches. So I basically crammed as many stitches as I could reasonably fit in the beginning, and then did 15 rows of extension. And then I've just been going up from there in the exact same pattern, same number of rows as I've been doing on this one. That's where we're at. I'm going to start on the second sleeve now and start doing the ribbing. Okay friends, so I have finished this sweater, or this sleeve for the sweater. Now I just need to do this one. And since you've already seen me do the stripes on the front panel, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish them both up and then get back to you when it's time to do the putting it all together. Okay, sorry the lighting is a little bit weird. It's actually dark outside right now, so this is all I got. I'm not at home. So we have the back, this is a bad angle. We have the back of the sweater, the front of the sweater, which is a little crumpled up right now, but whoops. And we have the two sleeves right there. So now I'm gonna use white yarn and slip stitch everything together, and I'm gonna start along these seams and then I will be back. Okie doke, so those shoulder seams are sewn, and also I forgot to mention this earlier, but I sew everything inside out, so like right sides together, so that when it flips out, all the seams are nice looking. So now I'm gonna sew the sleeves on in a way that I saw on Emma P's channel. You lay out the sweater like that, and then you fold the sleeve with the seam on bottom and line it up with the fold, the halfway fold at the top of the shoulder seam. Then you take a seam marker, I'm just using a bobby pin, and mark down on this piece where the sleeve comes to. Okay, so now that I have the sleeves sewn on, all I have to do is sew up, or single crochet, oh my gosh, slip stitch up the sides and the sleeves in the shape of an L and then flip it inside out, and it should be constructed with the exception of the collar. Okay, so I just want to show you guys what I'm doing. So I went around and did just like one row of single crochets around the collar, and now I'm doing front post double crochets all the way around, and I'll do a few rows of that until I am happy with it. So that's where we are. So ultimately, this is how the sweater turned out. Obviously, it is not the best sweater in the entire universe. There's some things I'd like to change, like the collar is a little wonky, the shape is a little bit wonky, fit's a little bit wonky. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to check out all my other videos, like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Thank you to my patrons. I will see you in the next video. Peace.